Hello and welcome to Blythe Ray Business News. For this edition, I'm joined by the team from Pantheon Resources. Pantheon, listed in London with a ticker of PANR and a market capitalisation of around £890 million. If you don't know Pantheon, they operate on the North Slope of Alaska. All their drilling is onshore, so much lower costs than offshore exploration companies. And the team I've got with me today is the Chief Executive, Jay Cheatham, and the Technical Director, Bob Rosenthal. Gentlemen, welcome back on the programme. I'm going to start with you, Jay, if I may. You've just announced your interim results. Please give us a quick overview of the highlights.
Okay, Tim, it's great to be with you again. And not only are we onshore, we're in 100% state lands. So that's very important as well. So we raised $96 million in December, and that allowed us to undertake this extensive program that we completed this winter. Our interim results came out yesterday. Not a whole lot in them. We had slightly higher G&A, but a lot of that were non-cash charges, Tim. But of primary importance, I think, to the investors is that we have $72 million cash on our balance sheet as of the end of March 31 yesterday. So that is a really good result for us. As you know, we undertook to re-enter our Talitha well this winter and test it, and to drill the Theta West well. And with the additional funds we have, we're planning to drill a well this summer in our Alkaid structure.
Now, unfortunately, you had to announce the suspension of testing at Theta West. What caused that? What's the consequences? What does it mean for you?
Well, yeah, Theta West, we did stop the testing. We suspended it. We had several weather events during the winter that caused us some delays. And of course, we had an unfortunate incident with one of our contractors that cost us a 3-week delay. And we thought it prudent, given that we were approaching the end of the winter season and that we felt we needed 3 weeks of clear weather to reposition crews, to dig out, to re-equip and resupply the camp, to retest and certify all of the equipment, and then to re-enter the wellbore and test, that it was prudent to go ahead and shut down our operations. We had gotten plenty of data. Of course, more data is always better. More data normally comes with cost. This was both a financial and possibly a weather risk cost. So we thought it was prudent to go ahead and suspend, and then we'll plug and abandon the Theta West well.
Now, I think we British are well known for complaining about the weather. When you say you had a severe storm, just paint a little picture for us. How bad was it?
Well, we really had a blizzard, and it's really dry there, and you get blowing snow, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. The snow packs up against anything that's vertical, and it, minus 20 Fahrenheit to minus 40 Fahrenheit, severe cold weather, and it hampers everything. You've got to retest and seals when you start. You're rotating equipment again. The seals are frozen and are not good. It just is a long process to dig out and start again. Okay,
but what I'm hearing is as soon as the weather starts to improve, you'll be back on it. Is that right?
Well, we will plug that well, Tim, and move off. We think that's prudent. Over at Talitha A, we plan to re-enter that well next winter and drill a sidetrack to the shelf margin deltaic, where we were not able to get good test results. We did get really super test results in the basin floor fan and the slope fan system at Talitha A, and we got what we think are very good test results in the basin floor fan at Theta West, prior to having to suspend our operations because of weather.
Thanks for that, Jay. I'm going to come to you now, Bob, Technical Director. Quite a technical question, I'm afraid. Drilling on the North Slope is usually associated with long lateral drilling, but Pantheon decided to drill vertical holes. Explain to us why you did that and what were the benefits, or what was the point?
Well, Tim, horizontal drilling on the North Slope is usually associated with development stage in the process. And what we were doing is this huge step out from about 10.5 miles from our Talitha discovery. What we were trying to do is evaluate this huge massive oil discovery. And our key objective was to confirm that we had light, movable hydrocarbons in the basin floor fan. And we achieved this. We had a very, very, very good result at Theta West. We will be drilling horizontal wells this summer. We're going to be drilling a horizontal well at Alkaid. And in the future, part of our testing program in the future will be horizontal wells in Talitha and in Theta West.
Okay, thank you. Now, you've also reported flow rates, I think of something like 57 barrels of oil per day at Theta West. Is that enough to make it a success?
The answer to that question is simply yes. This is a massive oil discovery, a massive light oil discovery. We had 950 feet of gross section, about 50 to 60% net to gross of light oil. We were in the early stages of cleanup when we announced that we had 57 barrels a day of light oil. This is a success.
Jay, in the light of current events in Europe, there's obviously a lot of comment and discussion about the security of domestic supply of all kinds of natural resources. Is that debate, that importance of domestic supply, going to have any bearing, significance on the future of Pantheon?
Well, Tim, yes, I think very definitely it does. I mean, this is an onshore, domestic USA, as Bob said, huge discovery. We think we can be very impactful for energy security for both the US and our allies.
Okay, good news from Pantheon all round. Let me just look to the future a little bit. As we always end with these interviews, what can we expect? What can viewers expect? What can investors expect to be coming out of Pantheon in the coming months? Who wants to have a go at that one?
Well, if I could just state, one of the first things is going to happen very soon in late April. We will have a webinar, and in there we will have a detailed technical discussion of what happened this winter and what does it all mean.
Jay?
Well, in addition to that, we'll talk development scenarios in the webinar, Tim, because everybody wants to know how much money can you make out of this? That's really the key. And as Bob said, what else can we look forward to? Well, the Alkaid #2 well, the horizontal well, that'll be a real key for us. We'll turn that on. We'll deliver that oil up to the Dead Horse area. It'll go into taps. We'll do that by trucks. And by the way, we've sold 150 barrels of oil of almost 39 gravity oil so far this winter. So we've already started our oil sales somewhat, Tim.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for the update. Thanks for joining us today. Good luck, and we'll sure to see you in the future. That was Jay Cheatham and Bob Rosenthal from Pantheon Resources. As I said at the top of the edition, Pantheon listed in London on the AIM market, a ticker of PANR. That's it from Blythe Ray Business News for this edition. Thanks for watching.